You're being taxed brutally, not by the government, but by your own mind. It's called the execution task, and it's draining more than 3 hours of your day every single day. That's $500 per day if you make 6 figures. That's $100K a month if you are at 7 figures. But you just don't lose money. You lose momentum, clarity, self-confidence. And the longer you pay it, the more your brain rewires itself to accept paying it forever. And that is not momentary procrastination. That is permanent brain rot. And is the reason why 99% of businesses never scale past 6 figures. I'm Castillo, founder of Selfmastered. And today I'm going to show you how to stop paying this invisible tax and reclaim more than 3 hours per day that your mind is stealing from you. I coach founders 6, 7, and 8 figures who plateau at 20K to 200K a month. And nearly all believe they have a strategy problem. But within weeks, using the same strategy, they break through and make way more money working less. Because the problem wasn't the strategy, it was the mental friction that was silently taxing their execution. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Which means after this video, you have no excuses. You either fix it or you slowly become someone who never will. And this execution tax manifests as hesitation, distraction, doubts, mental fog. And it doesn't happen because you're lazy. It happens because your brain is stuck in a loop of self-conflict. Why? Because it didn't evolve for peak performance. It evolved for protection. That means the moment you consciously decide to do something, your subconscious kicks in to resist it because it sees it as a risk. And that tension is called mental friction. And it's not a productivity issue, it's a neurological issue. Burnout is just a consequence. Procrastination is a consequence. Overwhelm is a symptom. The root is mental friction. And if you do not rewire at the brain level, no planner, tactic, or app will fix it. And that is why productivity videos, training, and apps can help you, because they're treating symptoms rather than the underlying causes. To-do lists and hacks help you manage time. But mental friction is not about time, it's about internal conflict. You don't need more time. You need a different brain. Let me show you an example. So a guy, let's call him Mark, software founder, stuck at 80K a month for about 16 months. Brilliant product, market fit, good team. But every time he needed to make a big decision he knew would take him to the next level, he would not do it. And when we actually audited the reason why he was not committing to the thing he knew would help him scale his business and scale his team, we found that his amygdala was firing every time he thought about doing that decision. His survival brain was treating the decision as a life or death threat. And the revenue impact was massive. He was leaking per year. The estimated impact was about 700. All of this because his brain was taxing his execution, and we didn't give him a better productivity planner. We rewired his mind's response to that uncertainty. And 6 weeks later, he had finally made the decision, and his business was consistently benefiting from this added revenue. Same strategy, same guy, but fundamentally different brain. And this is not unique to this client. Every founder I work with is paying this tax in some form. The e-com guy who overthinks every product launch, the consultant who procrastinates on difficult conversation, the agency owner who delays hiring, the coach who rewrites the same sales page 10 times instead of actually go and sell stuff. All of them are paying an execution task. And every time you delay on something you know you need to do, you're paying the task. Every delay, distraction, every doubt is just a tax on your future. And if you lose 3 hours a day, you're losing 90 hours a month. At $150 per hour, that's $13,000 per month gone. And what's worse, that neurons that fire together wire together. So every hesitation wires more hesitation. Every distraction creates more distraction. Every delay strengthens the habit of delaying. You end up going from being momentarily stuck to being someone who never moves forward in life. This is why I'm so passionate about what I do, because I started investing in entrepreneurs. I started putting money into people who had brilliant ideas. But as in any VC fund, most failed, not because they were not smart, but because they fell for the trap of the execution task. And it's just not about identity decay, it's revenue decay too. Let's say you're making 50K a month. With optimized execution, you could very well be making 90K a month. That's 40K a month you're living on the table. Over a year, that's about $500,000. But it gets worse because those 40K a month could be reinvested in more team members, in better marketing systems, in advanced tech. All of those investments will compound your return. So the real cost is just not 2 million, it's the 2 million plus everything the money could have generated. That is the true cost of the execution task. And your competitors who are not paying the task because they train their mind for elite performance are moving fast. They're launching while you're planning. They're scaling while you're hesitating. They're capturing market share while you're caught in analysis paralysis. And in business, speed is everything. The guy who executes fastest always wins. So really, if you think about it, the execution task isn't just costing you money, it's costing you your identity. And most founders, instead of realizing this, will just blame bad outcomes on strategy. But I've seen the truth up close across a decade of investing and coaching, and every bad business result starts in the mind. The founder gets distracted, doubt compound, ego blinds, clarity dies, execution becomes inconsistent, and what everyone thinks is tactical failure really is mental entropy. It is at the root of every business blow up I've seen. And this is why I built Selfmastered, to help founders build the mental operating system that removes these tasks. So that speed, clarity, discipline, consistency are not personality traits of just a few guys, are skills anyone can build, with actual scientific frameworks and data-driven tools, not just bullshit hacks, right? The most expensive decision I can guarantee you're making is not choosing the wrong strategy. It's not fixing your ability to execute on whatever strategy you commit to. If you don't fix this, you will compound those problems into an identity that is very hard to get out of. After a while, it doesn't really feel like a problem. It feels normal. It feels like you're grinding. But deep down, you will know that you had a window to become dangerous, a window to become rich. And you missed it, not because you didn't work hard enough, but because you didn't fix the one system that controls everything else, your mind. And if you're hearing this right now, I can guarantee this is the final boss. This is the thing that if you fix it, it makes everything else easier. And it's not another tactic or time blocking system. It's literally rewiring your mind at the neural level. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, which means you have no excuses. You either fix it now, or you will slowly become someone who never will. If you rewire this at the root, you go from worry to certainty. So you actually make good decisions. From avoidance to attraction, you start doing the things you don't want to do. From procrastination to momentum, you start compounding the right choices and the right actions. This is the core of every elite founder you admire. It's not how hard they work. It's not how much money they have. It's not even how smart they are. It's how consistently they can execute and make the right decision. Either continue paying the execution task and eventually plateau, or eliminate the friction at the root. Those who choose correctly don't just succeed, they actually scale and become millionaires and billionaires, because there's nothing stopping them from getting where they want to go. Most importantly, they're not getting in the wrong way. Success is never about working harder. It's always about removing what's slowing you down. If you truly want to scale yourself, show your business can actually scale, book a recording session with us. We will run a full scientific analysis on the core triggers that are keeping you stuck. And if it makes sense, we might invite you to train with us in Selfmastered. Don't delay your mental rewiring. There's no other choice in this distracted day and age that to become the kind of founder who can consistently execute on the things that matter. And anyone can become that person if you train with the right tools. See you on the call.